guys, it's Frank from Cruising with Wheels. Who doesn't love a great lemon flavor? Well, today we're going to make one of my family's favorite dinners. Chicken French. That's right here on Frank's Cooking Corner. This chicken French recipe is pretty simple. A frying pan to fry up your chicken, a baking dish or roasting pan to finish the process in the oven, and a pot to cook your pasta. And these are the ingredients you're going to need. Chicken breasts, milk, Italian breadcrumbs, flour, grated cheese, olive oil, butter, salt and pepper, lemon juice, white wine, chicken broth, a lemon, and pasta of your choice. This recipe serves 4 hungry people, at least 4 people in my family. And now it's time to get started. I've got my trusty meat mallet, and this is where you get out all your anger and hostility. So let's get going and start pounding out those chicken cutlets. Okay, here we are. I'm at my counter and we're ready to pound out the chicken breasts. Now I have 4 large chicken breasts, boneless, skinless, and we're going to pound them out with my favorite meat mallet. Now I always pound them out on my cutting board, and I always use a sheet of plastic wrap. Now, some people will just take the chicken breast and plop it down and just start pounding away, but what you're going to find is, as you're pounding, bits of chicken are going to be flying about, so you don't want to do that. So let's take a nice sheet of plastic wrap, and as big as you need it, and set it here on your board, and grab a breast and put it over to one side, and then just fold it over. Now give it enough space on both sides for it to grow as you pound it out, okay? Because you don't want to have the chicken breast right to the fold, because then it has no room to go. And then just start pounding it out. Always adjust your plastic wrap. Make sure again there's room to grow on each side. Flip it over if you need to. Now, as you saw, I was pounding both sides, flipping it over if I needed to, adjusting my plastic wrap to make sure that there was a lot of room on both sides. And now I have a very large, flattened out chicken breast. Now what I usually do is for each chicken breast I have, and again I'm starting with 4, I cut the chicken breast in half, okay, and I make 2 mini cutlets out of each breast. So for my 4 chicken breasts, I will have 8 mini cutlets. So we're just going to pick it up. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah. And I have my meat scissors here. And I'm just going to cut this in half. And I'm going to put it here in my baking dish. To hold it. Now let's go to the next one. Oh, it's a big one. Again, make sure that your plastic wrap covers it and that there's excess on both sides. And we're just going to continue, and we're just going to keep pounding the rest of our chicken breasts, cutting them in half, and getting them in our dish. And there you have it. The chicken breasts have been pounded out to about 1/4 inch of thickness and cut in half to make mini cutlets. I have them right here in my baking dish, and now I'm going to add about 1 cup of milk. I'm going to pour it over. That's a good amount. And I'm going to cover it. And I'm putting it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Let that milk soak in and really get into the chicken. So we'll be back very shortly, and we're going to start dredging it in the flour and getting it ready to fry up. And now it's time to dredge our chicken cutlets in our flour mixture and fry it up in our frying pan. Alrighty, now I've already taken the chicken out of the refrigerator. It's been marinating in the milk for about 30 minutes or so. You can do it longer if you want, but it's boneless and skinless, so it's not like it's, bone-in chicken that needs to marinate for, 10, 12 hours or overnight. Why is it marinating in milk, you may ask? Why is he using milk? What's that about? Well, milk contains lactic acid, and milk makes the meat more tender. So that's why we use it. But now it's time to dredge the chicken in the flour mixture. And I'm going to start with 2 cups of flour. I'm going to add about 1 cup of seasoned breadcrumbs and about 1/4 cup of some grated cheese. Let's get that in. And then I'm going to make sure that it's nicely mixed up. So I got my little whisk here, one of many whisks that I have in my utensil drawer. And we want to make sure that it's well blended. There you go. And now it's time to dredge the chicken and get it on this baking sheet and get it ready to fry up. So let's get started. Ooh, this is a nice big piece. I have, of course, washed my hands before I started, and it's all by hand. And I'm just going to get this all pressed down, get this flour mixture pressed down in this chicken and lay it right here on the baking sheet. And make sure we got a lot of milk on that. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's looking good. There you go. And now, I only do the milk. You're probably wondering why there are no eggs, because traditionally when you bread chicken, it's a combination of beaten eggs and milk and whatever. But we don't want this to have a really thick breading coat on it. It'll make it a little too heavy. And I want to make sure that my lemon and wine liquid really soaks in to the meat and not just into the breading. So I do not use eggs in this recipe to bread my chicken. Oh, I've got some really large pieces here. Beautiful chicken cutlets. Oh, these are going to fry up beautifully. And we're going to have a really nice dinner tonight. So I only have just a couple more pieces to do. There we go. As you can see, now I'm down to cutlet number 7, and I have plenty, as you can see, plenty of my flour mixture. So I really had more than enough. So you might want to cut down a bit if you're concerned about waste. And there you go. There you have my 8 cutlets are ready to go into the frying pan. So let's start working on that. Well, here we are now. We're ready to start frying up our chicken cutlets. Now I already have the olive oil in the pan with 2 tablespoons of butter. Now I'm using 2 pans, okay, because I think I can get, like I usually do, 4 cutlets to a pan. And I want to get my frying all done and over with. I don't want to use 1 pan and go into multiple fryings. But I want to give you a little tip, because it's an important part of this recipe. Because once you're done frying up your chicken, you remove the cutlet and you put it in the baking dish. And the frying pan, which is going to have all those great flavors and crusty bits on the bottom, you want to leave in the frying pan, because that's what you're going to pour your wine, your chicken broth, and your lemon juice in, and mix it up with those wonderful flavors that cooked on the bottom of your skillet. What's important is, if you are using 1 frying pan, after the first fry, when you remove your chicken, please clean the frying pan and start with fresh olive oil and fresh butter. Don't just add more olive oil and butter to the already dirty pan, because what will happen is you will have burnt crumbs on your chicken, and it will not taste good and will not look good. So, quick tip on that. But I hope to get all my frying done. And again, another question that might come up is, why olive oil? Well, olive oil has great flavors, and it's good for cooking at low temperatures. Okay, it has a very low smoke to it. Vegetable oil, canola oil, is good for high temperature cooking. So I'm bubbling up a bit here. All right. And now I'm going to see whether I can get my cutlets all in there. So let's see if we can do that. Well, there you have it. I did it. I have 4 chicken cutlets in this pan, and I managed to squeeze in the other chicken cutlets in my other pan. Oh, I wish I had 2 giant large pans, but hey, Christmas will be at the end of this year. And I can just smell, I can smell the butter cooking and the olive oil. I also sprinkled in, let's see if you can see close up, some salt and pepper. And we're going to let these cutlets cook. And once I flip them over after a couple of minutes and let them cook on the other side, I'm going to put the covers on them and let them slow cook. And then, my gosh, we're about halfway done with this. Very simple, very easy. There's the first fry up. I have just flipped them over. Look at that beautiful golden brown coating. And now I'm going to put the lid on. And let it, again, cook low to medium heat. Ooh, here's the other one. Oh, this is going to be so good. And it's so delicious. Let's get that cover on. Oh, there's the oven. Yep. Preheated to 350 degrees. Oh yeah, it's all happening. So we're going to let these cook on the other side for a few minutes, and then we'll go to the next step. So be right back. Let's add now our liquid ingredients to the skillet now that our chicken is all cooked, and it's going to create that wonderful, beautiful lemon flavor that is going to soak into the chicken while it bakes. Okay, we are ready to get the chicken out of the frying skillets and into my roasting pan. Ooh, do all of you remember where I got this roasting pan? Yep, it's the one I used to cook my Thanksgiving turkey. I just took the rack out and I'm able to use it for whatever else I need. I love it. I have buttered the bottom of the roasting pan, and we're going to transfer over these beautiful chicken cutlets and just get them in there. Ooh, come on, get off. Doesn't want to come out of the pan. What's up with that? So I hope I will have lots of room. I think I will. Go, just move that aside. Let's go to the next pan. These are where I really have the big pieces. Some really good sized cutlets. There we go. Excellent. Look at all the beautiful juices that are left in the pans, and that's exactly what you want, because you're going to mix in your chicken broth, your wine, and your lemon juice. Oh, let's see who came to pay us a visit. Cece, say hi. Did you come to visit Daddy? Yes, you did. Say hi to the camera. Okay, guess not. She probably just came for food. All right, well, Daddy has to get back to cooking the chicken French, or we'll not be eating on time tonight. Okay, let's go back. Bye-bye. Oh, here's Delilah. Hi, Delilah. Bet you heard your sister was up here, and I was talking about chicken French, and you thought you'd get in on the action. Sorry. Maybe next time. All right, let's get back. Here we have our liquid ingredients. Now we have a bottle of white wine, which I've already put in my bowl. It comes to about 3.5 cups, which is exactly, pretty much what you want. I have 1 cup of lemon juice, and I have 2 cans of chicken broth. Now each can is 2 cups, so that gives me 4 cups of broth. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why is he putting them in this bowl? Well, the reason why I'm putting them in the bowl, okay, there's the line. Let's get the lemon juice in there. And now the chicken broth. And there is a method to my madness, okay? And the reason why I do this is because I was using 2 frying pans. So it's not like I can just willy-nilly pour this in multiple pans. I want it all mixed up. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I can smell the white wine and the lemon juice. And I want to get the liquids in both the pans, because both pans have the wonderful chicken juices and the nice crusty bits, and that's what you want. So I'm going to pour half the mixture in this pan and half the mixture in this pan, because I want the benefit of both. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now that we've got that, we're going to turn up the heat. So, all right, let's get rid of this. I'm so happy that my roasting pan accommodates all my cutlets. Lots of room. And what else I want to show you is, oh, there's the fresh lemon. Yes, buy a lemon, slice it up. And if you notice that beautiful slicing knife, well, I got that from one of our favorite YouTube subscribers and fans, Amanda Graves. Thank you, Amanda. She sent me a wonderful Christmas gift in the mail of assorted kitchen utensils. I really appreciate it. Amanda, I used it to slice those lemons using the proper knife. Thanks, Amanda. So we're going to take the slices and we're going to just place them on the chicken. Yeah, big pieces get multiples. Yeah, perfect. Oh, lovely. Alrighty. That is excellent. So, we have our liquid in our pans, and we're going to just sit here, and I'm going to stir it all up. And we're going to get all those wonderful crusty bits and all that chicken flavor incorporated. And eventually, oh, look at all that. Ooh, nice. I see pieces of chicken. Ooh, how awesome is that? I will eventually, toward the end, combine this pan into this pan so I have it all together. But I won't do that till it's cooked down, so we're going to have to wait a bit, and I'll be back. Now that our lemon wine broth has cooked down and thickened up a bit, we're going to reserve about 1 to 2 cups of it so we can pour it over our cooked pasta when it's done. But for now, we're going to pour the remaining liquid over our chicken in our roasting pan and put it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 350 degrees to let that chicken soak up that wonderful lemon flavor. Now, this wine mixture has cooked down a bit, and I have saved about 2 cups of it to use in my pasta once that's cooked. So I'm ready to just pour this over And we're going to put this in the oven and let it cook. And the chicken is going to absorb all those wonderful flavors. So let's get it in the oven. Well, as you can see, the pot is boiling for the pasta. And now we're just going to add a little salt. Oh yeah. Work that boil up. We have decided rigatoni for the evening. Yay! There you go. It'll take about 15 minutes to cook once we get it back up to a boil. So I gave it a stir. Ooh, that oven again. I'm going to put the lid back on so the boil comes back quickly. There's the 2 cups reserve that is still cooking down a bit. That's going to coat the pasta once it is done. Chicken is still in the oven. It's ready to come out in about 15 minutes. And then we'll be putting this entire meal together and we'll show you the end result of what we will be eating tonight for dinner. Well, as you can see, the pasta is done and I have drained it in the sink. Now, I do not rinse my pasta after I drain it, and I know some people do. I don't want to rinse off all that wonderful starch that's on the pasta because it's kind of what holds all your sauces on it. So I want to hear from everybody who watch the video and comment. Do you rinse your pasta with water or you just drain it and that's it? Let me know. Alrighty, now I'm going to pour the reserved wine liquid over my pasta. It's going to be delicious. Mix it all up. And as you can see, the chicken is out of the oven, bubbling away. Chicken absorbing all that wonderful lemon wine flavor. You can see I still have a lot of liquid left. Now what I do is, after the dinner is over, whatever liquid I have left, I freeze it. And I use it for the future if I make chicken cutlets and I want a quick chicken French dinner. I just take my liquid out of the freezer, thaw it, and heat it up, and there you go. So I don't have to start from scratch. So another good tip there. We're going to get this all on a plate, top it with some wonderful Romano cheese, and it will be delicious. Take a look at what we have for dinner. Now that didn't take long, and what you have now is a delicious chicken French dinner that your family will just love. Thanks for joining me today on Frank's Cooking Corner. Join me next time when we get together and cook up another great meal. Until then, remember, all my recipes and pictures that go with them can be found on our Cruising with Wheels Facebook page. Just click Photos along the left-hand side and you'll find my album. Until then, bye-bye for now.